So let me try to ask the question again. What is Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's relationship at the moment? I got interrupted by a question, or more like an answer that that came to me, and I quickly asked the cards to clarify. But that's for another video. So what is the relationship between Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, between those two spouses? So let's go with him and her, and what's happening between them. So where things started and where they're going towards. What will be the outcome? And I'll pull one for advice for Prince Harry. And this is what's really going on. This is kind of like an interesting spread. So let's go with him. He has shot himself in the foot. He's so deep in whatever is happening that I don't think he's very happy about this whole situation. She is she's having expectations, like traditional family expectations, what she's entitled to. I would also say that this signifies her being the lead. And also I would also say sometimes this is seeking counsel, but like for example, you could go seek counsel from a therapist, or you could seek counsel from a lawyer. This is kind of seeking counsel from a friend's judge, I would say. That could possibly also be. Now, what's happening between them, things are... these are not very happy family. They have worries. They have really lots and lots of worries that keep them up at night. I think they keep up at night Meghan more. Harry, not so much, but he's in such a stalemate right now that I think he's wondering, what have I done? And he's actually looking back. That's totally him. He's looking back and, overthinking, that's the key word here, thinking over and over and over and over again. What have I done? Where did I go wrong? Why did things turn out like that? Between them, I would say there is something coming. There is something coming that is pertaining to both of them. I would interpret this card in a slightly different manner than the way it's usually predicted, but I would say there will be a sign from above. That sign, I think Prince Harry has been asking for that sign. The problem is, when that sign comes, it will be very clear sign, and he will not understand it. What will happen at the end is, I would go with they will be kind of content. Things are going to fruition. Things are being completed. The advice for him, and that's really the advice for him, in this relationship is he needs to let me ask this, is he a emotionally volatile person? Again, I'm not sure why and where this is coming from, but I would go with it's a no. So no, he's not emotionally volatile. So in that case, I would say he needs to stand his ground. He needs to be not afraid to be argumentative. He needs to be not afraid to ask from his wife. Really ask. Really have expectations from her and demand, that's a demanding heart, demand that those expectations are met. So should he want her to change, should he want or demand her to change something or something in her ways, I don't know. Let's quickly check. And that's an absolute yes. He needs to ask her to change. He needs to demand from her to change. He needs to have this talk that, you know what, you thought something, now things are slightly different. You need to let go of wherever you thought that this is. You need to stop, you need to stop stabbing people in the back. Maybe some retreat or going off the public eye and not calling the paparazzi would be good, and some letting go. He needs to lay the law with her. Yeah, maybe things are not that rosy, things are not that fairy tale ending, life is not fair to everyone, so she needs to start accepting it, and he needs to start telling her, listen, this is what it is, and if you wanted a different life, you should have chosen a different man, but you're with me now, so if you're with me, these are the rules. What's really happening between them, or not really between them, but the energy that is surrounding them is a lot of juggling, a lot of I would say that things that are defining them is money changing hands, and a lot of, I would say, insecurity, instability. I would say the energy around them is more of an instability. Things are changing from one moment to the next. One day you say, yes, I'm committed to this. The next day, nope, I want the complete opposite of that, and I'm going to drag my feet until I get it. Then the day after, well, let me think about it. But it's I would go with this being a kind of black and white situation where they are in a way there is no in loving partnerships, the cards that come out are really of a not necessarily love cards, but like a card of communications, um, forgiveness. I would also say compromise. Compromise is keyword here. It's about give and take. It's about, okay, yeah, things are not exactly as I want them to be, but let's do something that is going to be good for both of us. Or I'll step aside today, tomorrow you do that for me, or things like that. With them, I think that instability, unstable energy is coming from not giving in, from wanting too many things, too different things. So yeah, so that's really what about him. But basically, in today, what he should do is have a talk with her and be firm about it, be the man about it. So this has been what's the relationship between Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, his wife, today. And let's see what else the cards will show for them and for others. Talk to you later. Bye.